Today, we're digging into some Jeep and truck audio with the infamous brand MB QUART, which has totally committed themselves to this category by offering enthusiasts a myriad of different solutions. Of course, today we're going to be talking about some brand new applications that you need to know about. We've got their product expert, Rob Anderson, joining us, and we're going to get right into it. This is CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM, all about MB QUART, and it starts now. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu, and you're watching CMA Networks. We're talking Jeep and truck audio, and our feature brand today is, of course, MB QUART. Now, if you haven't been following along, MB QUART has absolutely made a name for themselves in this category by providing arguably the largest catalog for enthusiasts to be able to upgrade their sound systems regardless of the platform. Today, we're going to add to that catalog with a couple new products. We're bringing on their product expert, Rob. Rob, welcome to the show. What can we expect to discuss on today's Connected?
Hey, Ben. It's great to be back here on the CMA Networks. And today we're going to be talking about, obviously, some Jeep audio, but then we're going to be talking about third-gen Toyota Tacoma, a new application for us. So super excited to talk about it.
Did you say Toyota Tacoma, Rob? Wow, that is certainly exciting, as there are just a few Toyota Tacomas out in the market. But before we get into it, a quick throw over to our partner, SiriusXM, reminding you why it's always a great attachment sale. And when we come back, let's get into some MB QUART Jeep and truck audio options with MB QUART.
Hey, Paul here with SiriusXM, and I'd like to talk to you about attachment selling and why the SiriusXM product is one of the best things to add, especially since we don't trade dollars with any other category. I could go through all of this, but let's hear what some of our dealers have to say.
It's an easy add-on that takes, 10, 15 minutes if we're running an antenna, 1 minute if we've got an adapter to plug it into the factory SiriusXM antenna, and it's extra money, so no brainer.
I present it to every customer because a lot of customers don't know what all they can do with Sirius. They don't know what all content they could have. It just makes too much sense not to sell it.
It creates a different customer loyalty and customer security when you explain to them why it's a better experience. Just gets them back in the door. And then the next car, they're already asking for it again. So it just keeps selling itself. It makes more sense.
Well, there you have it. You heard from our dealers. Just remember some of the best practices. Make sure you have one on display so you can demo it. Make sure you're taking advantage of our rewards program, because if you're not taking advantage of that, you're leaving even more money on the table. Make sure you got our POP up on display. And other than that, just make sure you're recommending it.
And welcome back to the show. And big welcome to our good friend, Rob Anderson. Rob, welcome once again to CMA Connected.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks.
I wasn't kidding when I started the show saying that MB QUART is one of those brands that have absolutely dove headfirst into this category, Jeeps and trucks. Well, what do you have to say to that?
I mean, obviously, it shows our commitment, obviously, to the mobile category, but also being on the forefront of kind of where we see the industry and the overall kind of design of systems heading into the future. So we've taken what we've learned and established and kind of built up on the power sports UTV end with our OEM partners. And then now we're translating that and trickling it down here to the aftermarket in the mobile end. And so it's a very complex systems nowadays with modern applications. And we're trying to make that easier for the end user, for the shops, for the techs out in the bay. That's something that we're fully committed to.
I'll tell you something I wanna add here is what you are doing is complex. And here's what I mean by that. Back in the day when all the other brands started, it was one thing to create great speakers, great subs, great amplifiers. But now getting into these application specific solutions, there's so much more to the design and engineering process, the materials, the molding, the fitments, the integrations. And I think MB QUART has done a really good job package it in a way that is really attractive, not only for the enthusiast to get that result that they want, but also for shops to be able to, duplicate these installs efficiently, and even for the more advanced DIYer that can do this on their own.
Absolutely. And that's for the ease of everyone, right? We don't have to, search and, remember back in the day, you had to go on forums and you had to search through mountains of pages of just to try to get you a couple answers for what will fit my car. We're going to take all that guesswork out of here. That's something that our engineering team has really, really dedicated themselves to. We make it so easy that it's you go onto the website, you will understand on how to build a system regardless of the application.
Amazing, amazing. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to start with this headline news We obviously we're going to cover some Jeep. So you Jeep guys out there, don't worry, we're going to talk about Jeep stuff. But for you
Yep.
Tacoma owners out there, pay attention. Brand new solutions to really up the ante on your sound experience in your Tacoma truck. I'm going to give it to you here, Rob, to take it away. Talk to us a little bit about the new Tacoma kits.
Well, obviously, you can't ignore the Toyota Tacoma. If you've been on the road lately, you see a bunch of them, and obviously we know the enthusiast base is there. We love them here. So, I mean, my boss, Brian, is head of the engineering, and then the marketing department. He's owned several Tacomas, so it's been a vehicle that's been true to our hearts and our engineers' hearts here. So, we have an amazing solution that we're launching this. Kind of publicly here is our 3rd gen Toyota Tacoma. So that's going to cover 2016 to 2023 model years. That's including everything, all trims, all models, all audio systems. We have a solution for you. That's anything from, if we're upgrading from the JBL sound system that's in the earlier model years, or the JBL sound system that's in the late model years, right? We know that OEM system is lacking and that we want more out of it. So all of our solutions are a stage 6 starter package. So like that's going to get you a 6-speaker system, so a 8-inch front component system and then a 7-inch rear coaxial speaker system. So that's our foundation right there. It includes a 5-channel RA1, our reference series amplifier, to power that, right? Well, you say a 5-channel, we allow the scaling to happen with the system, right? So we're talking about stage 6 starter systems here, the starter tuned audio systems, but then we allow that mono channel, that 5th channel on that amplifier, to be available for subwoofer options, right? So we can't just have a plug and play solution for all model trims on the speaker and the amplifier section. We have to obviously add those low frequencies, add that bass to the system. And that's why we have an amazing 2 8-inch subwoofer system that goes in the rear seat section of your Toyota Tacoma that is easily plug and play with that stage 6 audio system. And it takes it and makes it a full range, amazing audiophile sound system. So it is something truly impressive. It's very easy to build. It's as simple as 2 SKUs to build out an amazing system. So all we have to need to know is that, what model year do I have? Do I have a 2016 to 2019 system? Okay, we'll have a system for that has the JBL system that we're upgrading from, or we have the late model year JBL system that we're upgrading, or if we have just a baseline OEM sound system, or if we have an aftermarket head unit. So 3 SKUs to choose from the starter system, and then 1 subwoofer package that makes it pretty simple for an amazing sounding solution.
I gotta say, the first thing I'm very impressed with this right here, right now, is the sheer range of applications. I mean, from a store perspective, like keeping these 3 SKUs in stock with the subwoofer is covering, I mean, I want to say tens, if not hundreds of thousands of Toyota Tacomas that are out there.
Millions.
Millions, maybe. I mean, millions and millions. Okay, so let's get into the details a little bit. You know, for those of you who are tuning in who might not be familiar with an MB Quart, application specific kit like this, let's go over some of the key features. You mentioned plug and play. So do you have anything that could show us exactly the build quality of maybe the speakers and how they connect?
Oh, absolutely. So let me grab one here. This is the 8x10 mid bass that's in that front component system. The nice thing here, everything is going to be a plug and play solution, right? So if we were just upgrading from an OEM, or if we're obviously going to make it a series system with our starter kits here for the stage 6, that's what we and the engineering team here have really devoted ourselves to, is that we want to make sure that it is a real, true plug and play. No BS there.
No BS there. Okay, so if you don't mind, Rob, show me that speaker one more time, because I want to point something out here. I mean, look at the way the speaker's designed, guys. I mean, from the whole molding of the frame, obviously that fits perfectly into the factory mount. Even the design of the back, I mean, that obviously looks like it is a factory replacement speaker.
Yep, with gaskets all built into the frame too. So it is a very, very clean solution.
Beautiful. Now, do you have the rear speaker with you as well?
Yep. Let me show you that here.
Real quick.
So
yeah.
Rear here, we have a 7-inch coaxial, so 2-way system, right? With our obviously famous titanium dome tweeter here, right? So obviously from the high level, and that's also too on the front section too. We have that titanium dome tweeter, but the best thing about this is that we thought about the applications. This is a perfect drop-in. We don't have to hack anything up. We have to just drop this in. We have all the plugs included, so it is easy. You know, you by yourself, a couple hours on the weekend in the shop in the bay. If you've done a couple of these, you're going to get it down to 2 hours flat.
Dare I say this sounds like something even I could do with my limited skills.
My joke is if Rob, the marketing guy, can do it with him by himself, anyone could do this.
And the last thing I will note here, I mean, 2/8. So here we go. We're getting the front components. You're getting your rear coaxial fill. You get a 2/8 subwoofer option that fits under the seat. On top of that, a very powerful 5-channel amplifier.
Yep. 700 watt reference series RA1 amplifier. This thing is serious. We've had it for multiple years, so we know it's tried and true. It's tested, so it's not a brand new application. We don't have to worry about any kinks or anything that's going to happen from maybe like a new line or a new offering. This thing is tested. We've made thousands of these things, and they perform and they sound amazing.
Awesome. So there you have it, guys. Brand new Tacoma kits for you Tacoma owners out there. I think MB QUART's breaking that down real nice. Now, Rob, of course, we're talking Jeeps. I think everybody knows by now that MB QUART has some amazing solutions for Jeeps. But real quickly, let's just break down, you know, as far as applications, because there are a couple different Jeeps out there. Let's hear how MB QUART breaks it down and offers also solutions in this type of turnkey application-specific packaging for Jeep owners.
Of course, we're not going to forget about the Jeep owners, right? I mean, we have to play to both Team Toyota and Team Jeep, but the same design philosophy and ethos of how the engineering team works, how we've put that kind of serious dedication to, say, the Toyota systems that we just talked about, is obviously what we've done in the years past here with the Jeep systems as well. So just as easy, plug and play, application specific. We're covering multiple different applications. For the Wrangler model years, we're covering JL Wrangler, which is 2018 to current model year, so 2025. And JK Wrangler, which is 2007 all the way up to 2018. So all trims, all models, all applications. We have something for everything out there of the JL and JK Wranglers from Jeep. From the Jeep Gladiator JTs, we're covering the same thing. All model years, all trim, and every solution that we have for them. We have everything that covers from 2020 to current model year 2025. So everything from stage 4 audio systems, rear speaker upgrade kits, rear replacement sound bars, to obviously full subwoofer systems, all with an amazing amplifier, the NA2 amplifier that makes it truly plug and play and has some serious output.
All right, Rob, really exciting news. So if you're just tuning in, we covered brand new Tacoma solutions, available front, rear amplifier, subwoofer options, dual 8s, amazing. Of course, if you guys want to know more about the Jeep stuff, we cover every category: JL Wrangler, JT Gladiator, excuse me, as well as JK Wrangler. Anything that is coming down the pipe that you might want to mention and get people a little bit excited about?
Well, definitely, Ben. So, like, if you're not already, everyone needs to be following MB QUART on Instagram, Facebook, and obviously following along with our YouTube channel. But then head over and keep your eye on mbquart.com, because we have some more Jeep applications, specifically from the 2024 and plus model years. Maybe a new rear replacement soundbar coming soon, or maybe some more Team Toyota products as well. So definitely keep your eyes, ears to the ground, and we'll have something for you.
All right, that's exciting news, and thanks for joining us today, Rob.
Yeah, thank you, Ben. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you.
And that was MB QUART's Rob Anderson joining us for today's session of Connected, talking about some really cool new product. Now, as he mentioned just previously, if you do want to find out specific details, specific breakout of all these different kits and applications, make sure you head on over to the official website found at mbquart.com. Now, here's the cool thing about MB QUART. I think based on this conversation today, you can see that they put an incredible amount of thought into these kits that they provide. They are plug and play, and truly plug and play. You can see by the attention to details, the framing of the speakers, the mounting points, the wiring, the connectors. Everything you need is literally in the box. And I can tell you, I've heard these systems in firsthand. They absolutely rock, and they don't even take up a lot of space, especially, for example, if you're looking at putting the subs in the back of the Tacoma or even the rear door subwoofer options for some of the Jeeps. Really well thought out. I mean, if you're in the market to either service some of these Jeep or Tacoma customers, or you're an enthusiast yourself, absolutely check this out. Very, very not invasive. And like I said, maybe even to a point where somebody like me could even install them. That's it for this episode of CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.